So, you seek to challenge my throne, new one. The door is behind you, so I suggest that you leave now. I'm the king of asphalt.
Venom? Who made you the king?
Let me decide what he is. I want to see if he is worthy. Do you have what it takes, Mosler, to impress the council? Especially her.
Okay, so the Mosler. Let's compare it against 9 different cars in asphalt here. And I just want to say this video is for entertainment purposes. It may not be as accurate or legit. So let's keep it at that. And it's also my opinion as well. So let's see how it handles. So the Mosler's acceleration is it's okay. It's better than what the Venom offers. It's somewhat better than what the Devel 16 offers. But at the same time, it doesn't really feel like it's like a big step forward in being like the main strong point of the car. The speed is also close in comparison to what the Venom offers, but it's still slower than majority of the S-Class Kings. It is faster than the CC850 at least, so you have that leg up against it in speed. Its handling is not better than any of the S-Class Kings. If you want to say that it's better than the Absolut, then that's okay. But other than that, its nitro, I think its nitro is probably the only thing it has going for it.
This is how you get the top speed. Pretty fast, huh? Yeah, the Absolut possesses great power. Its drift is a little lackluster. But with high top speed and monster acceleration, the Mosler cannot compete. It surprisingly handles airspeed pretty well. That's the next thing that the Absolut has over the Mosler. The only problem that the ads have is crazy broken physics.
Okay, let's see what the Jesko offers.
Jesko drifts better than Mosler with a much tighter radius. Acceleration, however, the Mosler beats it easy for sure. In top speed, the Jesko is slower, but they both compete on par, with the nitro higher in the Jesko while the Mosler is struggling. Look at that turn. The Jesko does really well, keeping its nice drift radius and making sure that you get your money's worth. And there you go. The longer nitro duration makes sure that the car hits that airspeed top speed with perfect precision. And the grip is insane. Well, look at that. Better than the abs. No, don't make me laugh. Next, CC850, a lightweight champion. Not as fast, but still keeps up. Acceleration is really good and handling is double that. Its top speed is slower than the Mosler, so automatically the Mosler wins. But it floats better than Mosler and drifts tighter as well. I think it's also better than the Jesko, if one might say, for competition purposes. But let's see how it handles the little airspeed here in one shockwave. Is it capable of taking it all the way? Look at that. Monster acceleration that the CC850 possesses to carry that car all the way. And well, it hops as well. No, it doesn't. That's all a fluke.
Okay, let's see how the Agera does. The Agera RS is one of those cars that gives an underwhelming performance sometimes. It has a good enough top speed to say it can keep up and kinda compete with the Kings, but its handling is where it kinda falls off. The car is floaty, but the drift speed is way too low, which is one of the things that kinda kills it. The nitro is the strongest aspect, giving you enough to hold a shockwave and get you to top speed and even maintain it. Acceleration is also good enough that you could do something with your shockwave and get ahead. Other than that, the Agera RS is decent, but it's not the best. The Reggera has really strong acceleration, low top speed however, but its shockwave does really well. I won't say the Reggera is a car that can directly compete against the Kings, as the drift speed is severely low, and the car is not as floaty or punchy as you would want it to be. The nitro duration also isn't that long, but the handling is decent enough that if you do happen to grip, you will grip the road and drift really well. Other than that, I won't put the Agera against the Kings, but it's still worthy enough to be useful. The Bugatti LVN. The LVN has really good acceleration. It also has a lot of floaty capabilities. It's so floaty in fact that it auto floats, even when going around corners that you may not even want the car to float. This drifting is also very wide, so that's one thing that you have to be careful about. But it's really good at performing punchies and recovering from corners. Its top speed is pretty low, so if you NOS though, however, in Nitro, you have enough top speed that you could probably compete with the Chiron. But this car is consistent to a point. Also, having a Nitro that is really long in duration and a shockwave that is really strong. This car gets you where you need to be, and it also does pretty well at maintaining your top speed and keeping up with the competition. Be mindful though, the car does ride walls, as you just saw, but because of that, it's not pretty useful. You have the Arash Imperium, recently added to the game. God tier acceleration, of course, is one of those cars that you don't even need to take airspeed because it accelerates faster in the ground. It also possesses the micro drifting ability just like what the Jesko Absolut has, where if you do that, you get some crazy ass top speed, and it's quite ridiculous. Its handling drift radius is also very tight, although its drift speed is pretty low. Its drift radius is very tight, so no need to really struggle or stress on drifting corners. Just pull and you get it. It's also floaty as well, not too much punchy, but it's floaty enough that you can probably do something with it. Its nitro is also very powerful compared and coupled with its acceleration, it makes it very dangerous and very useful on the track, in Gauntlet, and in multiplayer all round. So, micro drift your way to victory. Then we have the Hennessy Venom F5. The king itself. The Venom F5 is a all-rounder car. Very fast in top speed, rivaling the S-Class Kings. Acceleration may not be its strong point, as it does take a while to get you where you need to be. But once you get the car going, after that, it's basically smooth sailing. The car is severely punchy, it's severely floaty, making it its strongest points in my opinion. And its nitro is strong enough to get you back up to that top speed, with proper execution of course, and decent enough to hold to protect yourself. I would say one thing about this car, it is definitely the king of the game, but it's kind of a debate. But whether or not, this is one of those cars that definitely beats the Mosler, and the Mosler has nothing on the Venom. For sure, it cannot compete. But who's to say? The Devel 16. It's definitely one of the fastest cars in the game. If not, I think it actually is the fastest car in the game. And it's one of those cars that do not, I'm telling you its disability up front, it does not possess airspeed. This car was supremely the king of the game back in the day. It beat the Venom for sure. Gameloft released the Devel 16 with the intention to destroy the Venom. And so it did. So good in fact that they had to nerf it because it was overpowered in all walks of multiplayer. Now that it's nerfed to the ground, it does not possess airspeed. So you have to shockwave on the ground to catch your speed to really get it up to its top speed. Other than that, the drifting is really good on this car. It also auto floats at very high top speeds like 470 kilometers plus. Its nitro is decent enough that you actually are able to get to top speed, and its shockwave is also very strong. So how it handles, man, it's a dream to drive. Once you start it up, the Devel 16 is gonna do really well. Although this was a terrible run, regardless of the fact, the car is powerful.